Hey yogis, welcome back. We thought we're gonna start a new video series where we not only offer yoga classes on our channel but also offer tutorials. There's never enough time to fully break down every single pose as we move through our flow in our classes, and so we want to take the time and do single videos for single poses and then really break them down in detail and all the cues and all the modifications you need to know to move safely on your mat. Today we'll start with downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is, I think, the most foundational pose. Everyone knows downward dog. And still, a lot of people do it in a, we think, not so safe way. So in this video we'll break it down, how we do downward facing dog in our own practice and how we teach it.
Flo's going to demo for this one, so let's come into the pose. So downward facing dog is that upside down V shape with the body. So with the hands, you want to be pressing down with the inside part of the hand, so the base of the index finger and the base of the thumb, so that inside part of the hand, and that'll take the pressure off the outside cartilage of the wrist. So you want to spread your fingers wide, but not as wide as they can possibly go, because that'll start to lose a little bit of strength in your forearms if you have them spread as wide as possible. So the fingers are straight but a little relaxed. Now as we start to move up the body, the upper arms are going to be externally rotated, so you want to rotate the biceps forward. Of course, it's sort of impossible to do anatomically to have the soft part of your elbows facing forward, but it's that concept that you have where you're opening up the shoulders in order to press the chest down towards the mat. With the legs, it's okay if your heels don't touch the ground, especially at the beginning when you're coming into it. The heels are almost always lifted because the hamstrings are super tight. So don't worry so much if the heels touch the ground. It's actually not that important. What's more important is that we're focusing on the upper part of the body. So we're really opening up the whole front side of the chest, the shoulder girdles between the collarbone. So you could even bend your knees and work more on opening up the shoulders than you do about setting the heels down and breaking the integrity of the upper body and lifting the shoulders up. So as you continue to send the tailbone up towards the sky, you push the chest down towards the thighs or the quads. For some people, they're hyper flexible, so they'll be able to go even farther than that 180-degree plank with the upper body. They'll be able to bow their body like this.
I can't do it.
Flo can't do it, but some people that are hyper flexible can bow all the way down, almost to the point where their head can touch the ground. And there's really no point in doing that. Actually, when you start to go past that 180 mark, you're taking the weight and the strength out of the muscles and you're dumping that pressure into the joints, and it's not good to do. So try to resist if you're hyper flexible from going past that 180 mark. Instead, what you're doing is you're pushing the ground away, pushing up out of the shoulder sockets and sending all of the weight out through the hips towards the sky.
Especially if you're only flexible and you don't have the strength to support it, then we would not recommend doing it. If you have both and you know what you're doing, then go for it as always. But a lot of people that do this are very flexible and don't have the strength to support it, so it can lead to issues. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Downward facing dog is the most foundational pose of yoga. Even people that don't practice yoga know downward facing dog. And hopefully this helps you to practice in a more safe way and really use your strength and stability instead of sacrificing the joints and hanging into the joints. Try it out for yourself. Decide for yourself if this works for you. Hopefully there are some takeaways that you can integrate into your practice. And we see you in the next video. Namaste.